Welcome to the Week at Belmont. I'm Dustin Stout, and you're watching the first episode of the semester. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the sarcasm swamp. First up, are you the kind of person that usually succeeds the first time you try something new? Well, if so, Bruin Skydive may be for you. The new group will be having a meeting Wednesday, January 18th at 10 a.m. in Massey 209A. Now, Big says the members will be, quote, brainstorming ideas for student involvement within the organization. For those of you who are interested in Shakespeare, or are interested in at least looking like you're interested in Shakespeare, the Nashville Shakespeare Festival is presenting Julius Caesar in the Trout Theater January 12th through the 29th. This is a very special production because former Tennessee Titans player Eddie George stars as Julius Caesar himself. Now, we here at the Week at Belmont were able to sit down with a legendary player for a preview of the show, and we even got a few acting tips from the pro. Check it out.
Caesar should be a beast without a heart, if he should stay at home today for fear. No, Caesar shall not. Danger knows full well that Caesar is more dangerous than he. And Caesar shall go forth for always. I am Caesar. When the Nashville Shakespeare Festival came to me, asking me to try my hand in the thespiological arts, I was hesitant. I didn't want to be just another immensely famous celebrity taking over another field of achievement like all the other Justin Timberlakes of the world. But then I thought to myself, if Tim Tebow can be Jesus, why shouldn't Eddie George portray Julius Caesar? Ah! 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 The more I pondered their desperate pleas, the more I saw the similarities between Caesar and myself. Caesar was the unrivaled leader of the ancient Roman world. I was the Tennessee Titans starting tailback until 2003. Caesar was proclaimed dictator of the Roman Empire. I was proclaimed NFL Rookie of the Year. Caesar is believed to have been tall and shapely with black eyes that burned with intelligence and deliberation. Just look at me. Getting into character is a lot like warming up for a big game. The same way you gotta know the plays, you gotta know your character inside and out. What's his favorite color? Favorite meats? Jennifer Aniston in the 90s or the present? Favorite place to watercolor? You've gotta know what your character ate for breakfast in the morning. Julius Caesar probably ate the entrails of his previous day's victims. I'm not going to say Eddie George doesn't do the same. After minutes of deliberation, I decided to take on the challenge of Julius Caesar on one condition. His last words would be, "What's new, pussycat?" Just to lighten the mood. It's a real dark play. Dark. Heisman Trophy!
Wow. Thanks, Eddie. A convo that may be of interest is coming up. It's called The Importance of Sleep. Wait, I'm being told to toss things to Dr. Reality for more coverage on this story. Dr. Reality? Maybe we'll let him sleep for a while. Anyway, The Importance of Sleep is next Wednesday at 10 a.m. in McWhorter 429, and it's academic lecture convo. Well, the Battle of the Boulevard was last weekend. The Bruins fought hard against the Lipscomb Bisons, continuing the age-old rivalry between Belmont and that other school on Belmont Boulevard where the students have a bedtime. Our new sports correspondent, Katie Green, has more on the story. Katie?
That's right, Dustin. The men's basketball team played Friday in front of a record-breaking turnout of over 5,000 attendees, followed by the women's game on Saturday.
Groovy. So, how'd the games turn out?
Oh, the battle was just outstanding for some of the players. Junior guard Ian Clark scored 28 points, and senior forward Mick Hedgepeth got his 1,000th point of his career. A huge day for these guys. And then on Saturday, Haley Nelson, the senior post on the women's team, got her 1,000th point too. Nelson went on to lead the women's team to a 64-54 victory over Lipscomb.
Okay, impressive. But what were the men's scores?
Oh, right. For the men's scores, let's throw it over to our new sports correspondent, Champ Kine. Champ?
Katie, you can't just throw it to an open area where there's absolutely nobody there. Now, I'm no athlete, but I think that's even like a basic rule of basketball too. You've got to at least look around, know where your team is, and stick to the game plan. But you're still new, so I wouldn't expect you to know that.
Sorry about that, Dustin.
Go, let's go.
Anyway, the games have both their ups and downs. A couple of the plays' executions got a little sloppy, but regardless of any mistakes that were made, both sides played their offense passionately and relentlessly.
Sorry, Katie, I think there are a couple of depraved Lipscomb fans behind you, and I think one of them may be possessed by demons.
Yeah, they've been on campus all week harassing students, yelling at anyone wearing black and white stripes. Isn't it illegal for you all to dance or something?
So you never got the final scores to the men's game?
You know, the score really doesn't matter because Belmont's guys have attended 4 of the last 6 NCAA championships. Lipscomb's past 6 invitations must have gotten lost in the mail.
Come on, Lipscomb, that's a technical foul. Some people never learn. Anyway, thanks, Katie, for your first report. Well, next Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and it's not just a day of no class. Belmont began celebrating King this week and his struggle for harmony. The celebration will continue through January 20th. This year's theme is Jazz, Freedom, and Democracy, living Dr. King's Symphony of Brotherhood. Check belmontvision.com for more on that story. Well, that about wraps up our first episode of the semester. As always, thank you for letting us interrupt your Wednesday, and we hope to see you again next Wednesday, same time, same place, same snark, for another all-new episode of The Week at Belmont. Until then, I'm Dustin Stout.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. Pussycat, pussycat, I've got flowers and lots of hours.
What's new, pussycat? I'm sorry, I have to think of how Homeboy sings it. You know what I'm talking about?
What's new, pussycat?
Okay.